This year's winner of the Computer Science Prize thrived in both honors and advanced placement level courses. She showed a keen eye for detail, but also an overarching understanding of complex topics. The Computer Science Award is presented to Jessica Fedor. The C.W. Austin Language Prizes recognize top scholars in our French, Spanish, and Chinese classes. The Austin French Prize goes this year to two students who have excelled in French courses at Suffield, Alejandro Mozos Prieto and Natalie Castingue. Ooh. With honorable mention to Mike Giuliano and Jackson Pence, the Austin Spanish Prize goes to Kate Tatarkina. Finally, with honorable mention to Jason Choi, the Austin Prize in Chinese goes to Dylan Litt.
The Spanish prize was a tie, and we missed Nicole.
Okay, great. The Francoise L. Waskowitz Award is given in memory of one of Suffield's great teachers. It is an endowed travel grant awarded to a student who, after 2 years of French to the third level or beyond, has demonstrated outstanding effort, love of the French language and culture, and intellectual curiosity. This year's recipient shows dedication in all his pursuits. The Waskowitz Award goes to Daniel Crossman. The Robinson Environmental Award was endowed by Jack Robinson, Suffield class of 1960. It is given to students with a passion for the environment. This year's recipient is a responsible, impressive, thoughtful young woman who has shown deep interest and performed exceptionally in environmental science. The Robinson Environmental Award goes to Megan Alberding. The arts are an important part of life at Suffield. We are proud of our vibrant arts programs and the many accomplished artists on our campus. The arts elevate the quality of life here, and today we honor several students who have made profound contributions. The Janice Severns Art Prize is given this year to 3 students who have shown genuine skill and dedication in the visual arts. They brought inspiration and talent to our studios. Their creativity and high level of output set a wonderful standard for artists at Suffield. They worked diligently and created outstanding pieces of artistic excellence. The Severance Prize goes to Isabel Coco, Eris Portman, and Izzy Dutrenois. The Hinsdale Smith Photography Prize honors notable accomplishments in photography. The Smith Prize goes this year to 2 students who have shown sustained commitment to this medium and are passionate about film. The Photo Prize goes to Oak Chai-Sataporn and Maddie McCreesh. The Alan Fuller Prize in the Performing Arts is awarded to students making performing arts a major part of their lives at Suffield and enriching our community with their love of the theater. It is shared this year by 3 students. 1 has excelled on stage, and 2 helped make everything possible behind the scenes. The Fuller Prize is awarded to Dominic Colangelo, Carrie Loria Sheehan, and Oak Chaisataporn. The Bradford Gooch Music Award carries the name of a master teacher and musician now retired, but passionately watching us today by stream on the internet in Rome, Georgia. So Brad, all best. The Gooch Award recognizes superior musical talent and dedication. This year's winners have made significant contributions to different campus groups and are talented musicians. They are Leon Leung and Gavin Mastella. This week's Kent Davis speaking competition carried forth a long-standing and valued tradition at Suffield. There were 16 students involved this year. The winner of the Charles Davis Oratory Prize beautifully delivered part of Nora Ephron's 1996 Wellesley Commencement talk. And the winners of the Emmett Kent Public Speaking Prize spoke about gaining strength by enduring tragedies and great pain. The Davis Oratory Prize goes to Olivia Alfano, and with honorable mention to Sarah Longy, the Kent Public Speaking Prize goes to Jessica Malley and Natalie Castinguay. The Solon Goldstein Class of 1916 awards were established in 2017 by Jerry Goldstein in memory of his father. The award recognizes 2 members of the graduating class who have displayed noteworthy commitment to Suffield's leadership program and sustained leadership in our community. In addition to the prizes they are receiving today, these students will have an opportunity to direct endowed funds toward an area of school life that they feel can be enhanced. The recipients of the Goldstein Leadership Awards have been teaching assistants in the program and shown consistent enthusiasm for the initiative. They are Alessia Martini and Ethan Dallas. The Henry Thevenin Prize was endowed through generous gifts in memory of Henry's remarkable spirit and zest for life, and to honor a postgraduate who exudes sincere enthusiasm and affection for Suffield and commitment to all areas of community life. This year's recipient has brought positive spirit to all endeavors and fully taken advantage of this important year in his life. The Thevenin Prize goes to Ryan Coleman. The Class of 1999 Unsung Hero Award for Athletics was endowed in memory of Christopher Knight. Chris embodied the word unsung. He was a low-key young man and very reluctant to seek the spotlight. His classmates created this award to recognize Suffield student athletes who show commitment, perseverance, and great pride in our school. Jim Knight, Chris's father and a 1973 graduate, will join Fred in presenting the prize. Jimmy. This year's winners displayed skill, enthusiasm, and fierce dedication that enhanced Suffield athletics. The award goes to Catherine Schmitz and Jonathan Walker. Close friends of the Regan family endowed the Parker Regan Prize in 2013 in memory of Parker. It is given to a graduating senior who has shown sustained growth intellectually, emotionally, and personally during their years as a Suffield student. It is intended to honor our emphasis on distance traveled. This year's recipient joined us as a ninth grader and has made steady progress that has been impressive to watch. She is a kind, thoughtful young woman. The Parker Regan Prize goes to Kaylee McNamara. The next award honors the career and model of George Pervier. George gave 35 years of dedicated service to Suffield. He always personified high standards and relentless effort, always done in a modest and humble way. The award recognizes students who, in an unsung way, contribute significantly to campus life. This year, the Pervier Award goes to a young man who's exhibited great dedication to our school and to his peers. He has shown resilience, perseverance, an optimistic and positive outlook, and good judgment in his actions. The Pervier Award goes to Tyler Pereira. The Jonathan Kaufman Headmaster's Prize honors special attainments not otherwise recognized in these proceedings. This year they are awarded to two students whose spirit and affection for Suffield have enhanced our community. They have proudly represented the school and embraced the aspects that make Suffield special. They have been excellent citizens and representatives of our student body. We are pleased to recognize Becca Bauer and Nikosi Cooper. The Class of 1947 Extra Class Achievement Prize recognizes a student who has been a consistent contributor to Suffield with particular attention to life outside the classroom. It goes this year to a young man who, as you've already seen today, has made selfless contributions to our school and his peers, largely through his exceptional multimedia skills and passion for film. The Extra Class Achievement Prize goes to Oak Chai Sataporn. All right, we're on the home stretch here. The George Butler Cup for Athletics is awarded to the most deserving athletes in our senior class. Our recipients must have distinguished themselves through their commitment and excellence on the field and through leadership. The Butler Cup for Girls goes this year to a young woman who is one of the best swimmers in Suffield's storied swimming history. She's an exceptional athlete who will swim in the coming years at Notre Dame. The Butler Cup for Girls goes to Sydney Winters. The Butler Cup for Boys goes to a young man who is a top runner and has excelled in cross country and track. He's also a great sportsman and teammate. The Butler Cup goes to Daniel Crossman. The next award is endowed in honor of Gordy Glover, a member of the Suffield faculty for 44 years. The Gordon Glover Award honors the top scholar in the senior class. Scholarship should be understood here as rigorous inquiry, demonstrated curiosity matched by impeccable work habits. The main emphasis is placed on the willingness to wrestle with ideas and take intellectual risks in all disciplines. It goes this year to a young man who excels in a great variety of disciplines. He is a versatile, talented scholar. The Glover Award goes to Jackson Pence. The H. Meade Alcorn Jr. Award for Scholarship in Athletics goes this year to a young man who has excelled in 3 sports and achieved high levels academically. He has grown immensely during his time at Suffield and earned deep admiration from our faculty and his peers. His contributions have been significant in swimming, water polo, and crew. The Meade Alcorn Prize goes to Andrew Budge. The Courtney Robinson Spirit Cup is given in memory of Courtney Robinson, class of 1988. Courtney brought intense effort and great spirit to everything she touched. The prize is given annually to a student who has demonstrated outstanding commitment to team sports at Suffield. It honors team play and positive spirit. I will ask my wife, Hillary Cann, who was a classmate, teammate, and very close friend of Courtney, to help make the presentation of the Robinson Cup. This year, the award goes to a young woman who has shown impressive resilience and positive spirit in the face of adversity. Despite challenging physical injuries, she has been incredibly spirited and supportive of her teammates in field hockey and basketball. The Robinson Spirit Cup goes to Mariah Speller. The William Bradford Bates Scholarship and Activities Prize goes this year to 2 students who have made profound contributions, broad contributions, to community life. They beautifully managed their many pursuits and brought intense effort and dedication to their studies and extracurricular commitments. Dominic Colangelo and Olivia Alfano are this year's Bates Prize recipients. The Appleton H. Severns Award is given in honor of Suffield's 19th headmaster, a legendary figure in our history. It is awarded to the senior who best shows a sense of pride and loyalty to Suffield, spiced by a keen sense of humor. This year's recipient has shown uplifting enthusiasm for all aspects of school life. She has consistently displayed kindness, loyalty to Suffield, positive spirit, and genuine thoughtfulness. The App Severns Award goes to Kate Killam. Before we hand out our highest awards at commencement, the Suffield diplomas, we have 1 final student prize and 3 faculty honors. The Faculty Award for Citizenship and Service to Suffield is given to a student who displays excellent citizenship and consistently strong effort. This year's winner has shown diverse talents and does an incredible amount behind the scenes and without concern for getting credit. He has been a reliable presence in our school community and a particularly strong dormitory proctor. The Faculty Award goes to Jason Choi. Now I want to turn to 3 faculty awards. The Richter Teaching Award is named for one of Suffield's great citizens, Donald Richter, who was a longtime trustee and president of the board. The Richter Award honors excellence in teaching, the power to communicate and influence, mastery of subject matter, and creativity in involving students in their learning. I will ask Sarah Yeager, Academic Dean, to join me and Fred in making the presentation. This year's recipient invests herself deeply in the craft of teaching. She has shown creativity and passion for the subject matter she teaches. We will be sad to see her move on from Suffield at the end of the academic year, but are grateful for her contributions to our science department. The Richter Award goes to Leslie Reed. The Elisha Benjamin Andrews Award is named in honor of a former Suffield headmaster who went on to become president of Brown University. The Andrews Award recognizes a faculty member who has made a unique contribution to student development, both in the classroom and outside, particularly outside the classroom. It goes this year to someone who has gone far beyond his role as a visual arts teacher to help in significant ways in the performing arts as well. He is an outstanding artist and educator, and we will miss Bill very much as he retires next month after 39 years on the Suffield faculty. The Andrews Award goes to Bill Butcher. Lastly, the Purveer Kinney Coaching Prize recognizes the coaching excellence of George Purveer and Dennis Kinney, two legendary faculty members in Suffield history. The award recognizes great coaching, the ability to inspire and effectively lead student athletes, passion for athletics, and enthusiasm for Suffield. I will ask Drew Gamir and Wayne Patterson, our directors of athletics, to make this presentation. This year's recipient has shown noteworthy dedication to his coaching and to helping support and mentor athletes. He is always encouraging and exudes the traits we most value in an educator, blending high standards and expectations with encouragement, support, and positive guidance. The teams he has led are consistently strong, well-prepared, and successful. He is a man of deep principle who is loved by his players in the program and their parents. The Purveer Kinney Prize goes this year to Patrick Booth. Congratulations to all of this year's prize recipients. Now please stand and join me in singing America the Beautiful. Please be seated. It's now my privilege to introduce this year's commencement speaker, Walter Harrison. Walt recently retired after an incredibly distinguished career as an educational leader, but from what I can tell, he is as busy or busier than ever as a trustee of many, many organizations, including Suffield Academy and Trinity College, his alma mater. Walt was president of University of Hartford from 1998 to 2018. He was vice president of university relations at University of Michigan, a school he and I love as alums. Walt earned his master's degree from Michigan and doctorate from University of California, Davis. Prior to his time in Ann Arbor, Walt was an English and American Studies professor at Johannes Gutenberg University in Germany, at Iowa State University, and at Colorado College, where he was also director of college relations. Walt did fascinating work as chair of the NCAA Executive Committee and was on the NCAA Division I Board of Directors. He also chaired the NCAA Committee of Academic Performance. He is widely admired for his thoughtfulness, good judgment, and kind, genuine personality. Originally from Pennsylvania, Walt is a dedicated Pittsburgh Pirates fan who now splits his time between Hartford and Cape Cod. He has been a mentor and friend and a wonderful leader of our board. We are thrilled that he agreed to share this special day with us. Please join me in welcoming Walt Harrison as this year's speaker.
Good morning. When I was younger, I was told that wind is God's breath. If we ask politely, maybe she'll hold it for a little while. All good commencement addresses begin with an appropriate and thought-provoking quote. This quote comes from one of today's graduates, who you've already seen win several prizes, Natalie Castanguay. Natalie, thanks for the start here. Natalie was among a group of students who came to the Board of Trustees meeting earlier this month to discuss the leadership program. One of my colleagues asked her whether her leadership studies had helped prepare her for her senior speech. She told us that when she learned she was to be among the first to give that speech, she was surprised and nervous. I realized it would be my last chance to talk to the school, and I wanted it to be my best, she said. That's exactly how I feel. You see, this is really the second commencement address I have written for Suffield Academy. Mr. Can asked me to give the address in 2010, when most of you were still in elementary school. I wrote the speech, and then the Monday before commencement, I developed a very serious infection from a minor medical procedure, and I spent commencement week in the hospital with a 105-degree fever. So Mr. Can asked Dan Tisch, who was then chair of the board, the role that Mr. Powers is now playing, to read my speech, which he did, probably better than I could have. So when Mr. Can asked me to speak today, I contacted Mr. Tisch and suggested, since he had been kind enough to read one of my speeches, I'd be happy to read one he wrote. Alas, he declined my offer. So if this is my last and best chance, what should I say? I graduated from high school exactly 55 years ago. And except for the 3 years I spent serving in the United States Air Force during the Vietnam War, I've spent the rest of my life in college. That's right, I loved college so much I never left. As Mr. Can mentioned, I was an undergraduate student, a graduate student, an English professor, an administrator, a president, and now a trustee. So I thought the last and best thing I could tell you was what college should be. In other words, how do you make the most of your college experience? First of all, you must understand that college will not be a continuation of your life at Suffield Academy. In the introductory video to Suffield Academy, a student does an unbelievable job of summing up life here. This is a place that really loves me, he says. Let me assure you, whether you're going to a small liberal arts college, a major research university, or something in between, You will not have that experience in college. Suffield gives you love, support, and help, and provides you with a highly structured experience. College will give you freedom in all sorts of ways you have never imagined, but it will expect you to accept responsibility for what you do. So in exchange for love, support, and structure, you will get freedom and have to accept responsibility. So here's my first piece of advice. Embrace the freedom that college life will give you. Cherish it and accept responsibility for what you do with it. Now, I know what some of you are imagining. Freedom, sex, drugs, rock and roll. I can't wait. No, no, no. That is not what I mean at all. I'm really talking about a greater and more precious freedom. The freedom to study what you want, to let your mind roam freely through the world of thoughts, ideas, and creativity, and the freedom to learn what we academics call a discipline. That seems strange, doesn't it? Freedom and discipline. But college life is just that. Academic freedom and discipline, personal freedom and responsibility. Whether you are studying science, the arts, the social sciences, the humanities, or pre-professional studies, you're going to be challenged intellectually, but you're also going to be introduced to a world of ideas that will stimulate you for the rest of your life. It's up to you to embrace this and to make the most of it. So, a little show of hands here. How many of you know what you want to major in? Okay, thank you. And how many of you are undecided about a major or have absolutely no idea? Thanks. When I was where you are today, I would have raised my hand with the second group. I had absolutely no idea what I would study. Some people, maybe some of you, who say you are undecided means that you haven't found anything that interests you yet. I was exactly the opposite. Everything interested me. One day I thought I would major in German language and culture. The next day it was history, the next religion, and the next biology. It wasn't until the second semester of my sophomore year in college that I discovered my love for American literature, a love that has lasted my entire life. Whether you know what you major in or will major in or don't, please take advantage of the wide range of intellectual opportunities you will be offered. Take courses that may not be in your major but that interest you. I, for example, took courses in Old and New Testament, British, French, Greek, and Roman history. I studied experimental fiction. I acted in plays. I made films. In some majors, it's easier to do this than in others. But even if you're planning on majoring in a very restrictive and demanding major, like, say, engineering, use some time to study other things, just because they interest you. You can also continue to learn things out of the classroom, just as you did at Suffield. I played baseball. I studied in Europe. I interned with a stockbroker. That's probably the most surprising thing my fellow regents have heard from me today. And I made films. I was so interested in making films that I spent time in New York with a group of experimental filmmakers that included Andy Warhol long before he was famous. I urge you to do the same. College is the one opportunity you will have in life to explore anything that interests you. I would especially urge those of you who are American to seize the chance to study abroad. I myself studied in Europe once as an undergraduate and once in graduate school. I also did an internship I just described. More and more colleges are encouraging or requiring those types of experiences. Grab those chances. They will enrich your life. You are entering college at a time that reminds me of my own era of the 1960s. Some people feel that the college environment has become too left-wing, that faculty and student sentiment has become too, in a phrase I dislike but I've come to accept, politically correct. My own sense is a little different than that. I think you will experience a wide range of political views. I urge you to be open to them all, left wing, right wing, or anything in between. Listen to them, but make up your own mind, and take your time to do that. I have found that the most important questions in life are frequently the most complex ones. Socrates, second only to Natalie Castonguay, second quote here, Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." To fully understand yourself, seek out all viewpoints and listen carefully to all of them, especially those you may disagree with, and then make up your own mind. The same thing goes for people. On almost all campuses in this country and at many campuses abroad, you're going to meet the most diverse group of people imaginable. Diverse by race, ethnicity, religion, gender, sexual orientation. What an incredible opportunity to meet and learn from people who are different than you. Philosophers describe this as engaging the other. I urge you to engage with people who you recognize as being different from you and learn from them. That brings me to my final point. Don't get too discouraged by some of the challenges of freshman year. Everything is going to be new to you. You are moving from a campus community that you know and love here at Suffield to one that will most likely be larger and more diverse. You may feel lost or overwhelmed or challenged intellectually. I certainly had a rough first year myself. My father, who had suffered from Parkinson's disease while I was in middle school and high school, died 2 weeks before I left for college. I realize now that I grieved for him all of that first year. I felt alone and in a strange new place that I wasn't prepared for. I went from being among the brightest kids in my class to being somewhere in the middle. I loved some of my courses, think Old Testament and British history, but was overmatched in others, think calculus. My girlfriend was still in high school 500 miles away. Well, for me, the best thing about being a freshman was that I became a sophomore. My girlfriend went to college only 2 hours away, and then she was followed by another girlfriend, and another girlfriend, and another girlfriend. I made a lot of new friends. I discovered, in many ways, I discovered my life for literature, my love for literature and for theater. I went abroad. I still couldn't hit a curveball, but I learned that my love for baseball far exceeded my ability to play it, and I learned how to play squash, a sport that I had never even heard of before I went to college. And then, one way or another, I stayed in college for the next 54 years. And I can honestly say that I loved every minute of it. I still have so much more to learn and to experience. And most of all, I am very, very jealous of you. You are just about to begin, and you have all of this in front of you. So this is my best advice for making the most of college. Grab this opportunity. Love all the new and different things that will come into your life. Suffield Academy has prepared you for this. You have your family, your friends, the faculty and staff at Suffield Academy who believe in you and support you. Now it's up to you. Go for it and love every damn minute. Thank you.
Thank you, Walt, for those superb remarks. Will you please now stand and join us in singing Suffield's alma mater? The lyrics are on your program. We finally come to the awarding of the Suffield diplomas. I will call on Liz Warren and Ben Morgan, two of the advisors to the class of 2019, to present the candidates.
Perfect. Yes. Ready? Michael John Achatz Jr. Dylan Gary Aiken. Megan Patricia Alberding. Olivia Rose Alfano. Mira Vlach Arbonius. Audrey Aqua Arthur.
Wow, that was excellent. Say that out.
Jack Henry Bellato. Becca Jane Bauer. Peyton Elizabeth Biter. Peyton Bergstall. Shane Michael Biathro. Brett Smith Bishoping. Benjamin James Bonnevier. Nathaniel Edward Bonini. Alana Kathleen Brown. Andrew Henry Budge. Christopher James Burke. John Charles Caeza. Christopher Achilles Campbell. Lily Regine Casso. Natalie Isabel Castingway. Barakrit Chaisathaporn. Dylan Richard Chase. Yoon-sung Choi. Dominic Albert Colangelo. Ryan James Coleman. Nkosi Andrew Randall Cooper. Michael Carter Cousins, Jr. Mia Stiliani D'Angelo. Ethan Thomas James Dallas. Gabriella D. Simone. Shane Keenan Donahue. Isabel Sophie Dutronat. Garrett Davis Ursoff. Daisy Manley Favre. Jessica Amanda Fedor. Nicholas Patrick Flavatomos. Robert John Flynn, Jr. Millie Gow. Michael Gregory Giuliano. Henry Anderson Green. Eliza Catherine Gregory. Peter Edwin Golbin. Dennis Miloslav Hayek. Hee-sung Han. Georgia Elizabeth Hannock. Erin Marie Hayes. Dylan Michael Hodge. Augustin Paul Moritz Horman. William Thomas Klumperer Honeywell. Cody Koda Ikamoto. Abigail Grace James. Matthew Burke Keenan. Raymond de Clairville Kemper. Caitlin Marie Killam. Thomas Joseph Killam. Woon Ho Kim. Florence Kim. Isabel Grace Coco. Daniel Wheeler Crossman. Yatsing Koo. Caroline Susan Loria Sheehan. Nicole Juhi Lee.
Leon Leung. Yen Kwan Lee. Kenny Lin. Dylan Lee Litt. Sarah Rose Longy. Aaliyah Lopez. Ryan Nicholas Lunsford. Max Howard Malilla. Jessica Lynn Malley. Courtney Ray Marshall. Alessia Francesca Martini. Gavin Sheehan Mastella. Rebecca Ellie Madelon. Madison Taylor McCreesh. Blair Catherine McGavin. Alec Davis McGovern. Molly Rose McGrath. Kaylee Grace McNamara. John William Malakis. Mackenzie Christine Elizabeth Meehan Moen. Alejandro Mozos Prieto. Samantha Marie O'Mara. Timothy Major Oravec. Jin Woo Park. Guillermo Paz Basagoiti. Ashi Sanjay Patel. Jackson Matthew Pence. Tyler Christian Pereira. Laura Pires. Luca Stephen Pirandini. Jesse Jeremiah Polanski. Ares Ever Invicta Portman. Cameron Mitchell Purdy. George Thomas Raymond. Vaughn Alexander Rogers. Joseph Anthony Russo. Coulter Charles Rule III. Ethan Robert Sacco. Catherine Ann Schmitz. Kush Shah. Jordan John Slade. Terrace Sosophical. Mariah J. Speller. Hannah O'Connor Stern. Damon Shiley Stewart. Michael Eric Swanholm. Ekaterina Tatarkina. Charles Norcross Tilney Volk. Savannah Marguerite Tompkins. Carrie Vinya. Jonathan Michael Walker. Ashley Elaine Wang. Anna Mackenzie Wilcox. Zidane O. Williams. Sydney Marie Winters. Madeline Gerwie Wolf. Yintaro Yamamoto. Boang Ying. Setawat Yadprato. Tiffany Zhang. Taylor Amanda Zadie. Savannah Rose Ziba. Andrew Gleason Zielinski.
Congratulations to you all, Suffield Academy's class of 2019. I would like to now introduce Andrew Budge, who will speak on behalf of his classmates. Andrew is a thoughtful young man who has made the most of his Suffield experiences, showing gratitude and appreciation for how Suffield blends high standards with encouragement and opportunities to grow. Andrew's affection for the school and the people who are a part of it are always evident. Andrew.
Good morning, Suffield. I would like to begin by thanking my peers for selecting me to give this speech today. This is truly a great honor. And on behalf of the class of 2019, I would like to extend an enormous thank you to our amazing faculty, staff, and parents. Without all of your gentle guidance throughout our journey here, or for some of us, your much more firm directions, we would not be sitting together atop this hill today. I am certainly glad to be here with all of you. When I first began writing this speech, I was unsure of what direction I wanted to take it in, so I talked to some members of this class and some friends that graduated last year, and I asked them, when you graduate from Suffield, or if you were to graduate from Suffield again, what would you want your commencement speaker to talk about? I received a series of very simple responses all around. The truth. But before I get to the truth, I would like to pose a question to you all. Why the hell are we here? Obviously, this is a school and a necessary step in our pursuit of higher education, but why Suffield? Why have we stayed here for 4 long years? Why did we see this through to the end? We all could have gone our separate ways long before now, and yet here we are today as graduates. There must be something about this place, something that binds us to one another and to this community. My first thought was that maybe it is simply the time in our lives when we interact with this school, that we're all just young teenagers still subject to our emotional whims, and that this school just happened to be the first place that made us feel a connection. As I thought more about this, I realized it is much more than just that. There is something truly special about this place, and that is the people of Suffield Academy. 413 students from the United States and 27 countries, 150 faculty and staff, all brought here together in sometimes sunny Connecticut by a desire to learn and grow. What we have here is a diverse and supportive community united by a strong sense of school spirit. Among our class, we have talented athletes, artists, actors, writers, and musicians, to name a few. But most importantly, we have real people you can bond with, real people who like you just as you are, and real people who are comfortable seeing you both at your best, but also at your worst. No matter who you are or how long you have been here, you find your people at Suffield, and they are the reason you keep coming back. Approximately 1,350 days ago, I began my journey here at Suffield with many of you. We were young, disoriented freshmen, scurrying from place to place, trying to find where we belong, and keeping up with the many demands of school life. We have all grown immensely since those first few months, mentally, physically, and, dare I say, academically. During our time here at Suffield, we have experienced a great deal together, things that all teenagers everywhere experience. We have laughed together, cried together, fallen in love, and experienced both great successes and disheartening failures. As a class, we have also bonded over many things unique to Suffield and have shared memories along the way. Some of these stories, if you will, that we have written together as a class are great. Our freshman year class outing to the Solo Barn, or getting the loudest for our friends at big games and showing our school spirit, to just simply relaxing in the dorm or in the union or even outside when the weather is nice. Some of these stories are downright hilarious, like that time when Peter Golbin repeatedly smashed his head into a parking sign while we were all waiting for a bus to bring us back to campus. And some of these stories are definitely more unpleasant, but by no means less memorable. We've been repeatedly troubled by the security guards, endured long, cold winters, and together sat through countless hours of mind-numbing standardized testing and forked over hundreds of dollars for those very same tests to the academic monopoly that is the College Board. But hey, we're all still here. The good, the bad, the exciting, and the mundane. We have made it through together. Here's the thing. Suffield works. If you were to strip everything away, the buildings, the fields, and so you're left with just this community, nothing would change. There is no disaster or tragedy that could shatter the bonds that we have made with each other. That's how strong these bonds are. The only force strong enough to break these bonds is time. And this is where we come across the uncomfortable truth, and a truth I know many of you have been dreading to come to terms with. The truth is, When we leave here, we will not see the majority of our grade ever again. Now, don't get me wrong. We will hold on to a select few of our closest friends, the ones we have forged the strongest connections with. And when we reunite with them, it will seem almost as if no time has passed at all, and we can just pick up right back where we left off. But time does not stop. At the end of the day, both time and separation fray even the strongest of the figurative ropes of friendship that bind us together. With that, I challenge you, the class of 2019, to prove me wrong, to gather like this again, just as we are together today, and to remain in touch with all of your friends far into the future. Because the passage of time is inevitable, but who you choose to spend yours with is up to all of you. All of this may be a little hard to swallow right now, I know, but it does not have to be. We have already written our histories, our legacies together here. This is the charm of Suffield. The way this place keeps us so close allows us to find our people earlier on in life than in college. We have learned to interact with one another, how to make new connections, how to grow and forgive, and how to forge lasting friendships. Our common history has recorded the many different paths and experiences we have taken at Suffield. This place and these people have instilled in each and every member of this class the strength and resilience to face challenge and change. The truth is, no one knows what is in store for us as we leave the security of Suffield for the greater unknown of college life. We cannot predict the future, but we are prepared for it. We will go forward from this day, armed with the wealth of knowledge we have acquired here and a foundation for success that has only solidified since the very first day we arrived at Suffield. Finally, we have never been a mediocre class, have we? I think during our time together we have never failed to surprise our parents, our teachers, and of course the Dean of Students' office with what we are capable of. I want you all to remember that as we leave here today, that we are not your average high school graduating class. And I think Mr. Brissett, a beloved history teacher in this community, has a very applicable quote for this. If you've taken any of his classes, you will already be very familiar with this, as it can be found in bold on every writing prompt he assigns. Do not be afraid to fail. Be afraid of being mediocre. As we finish writing this chapter of our collective history today and move on to the next, I think we can all honestly look back and say without a shadow of a doubt that there is nothing mediocre about this class. I look forward to hearing about how each and every one of you will write the next chapters of your mediocrity-free histories. Congratulations and good luck to the Suffield Academy class of 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Now, as we close our commencement, let me share some brief final remarks with the members of the class of 2019. First, I want to reiterate we are proud of you and have high expectations of you as you move on. You have really led our school well this year, showing dedication to each other and Suffield and compassion as people. As you head off to the next parts of your journeys, try to remember a few ideas we have sought to instill in you. First, as you know, I feel a vital way to evaluate your life is by the distance you travel, as students and as people. Hard work matters. I think you'll find your destiny will be more a function of effort than intellect. Second, be thoughtful in your actions and kind to others. Nothing is more important to us at Suffield, and we trust you have seen this throughout your time here. For better or worse, regret and failure come with human existence. Feelings of our being less than we want as people. But being encouraging and kind can make up for many of these regrets. Third, remember to love. Love is good. Try to always show love to your parents, your siblings, and your friends. And finally, as I mention each year in closing, Robert Frost wrote, "Home is the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in." Suffield extends this offer to you, and we hope you will return often, like the many alums who have come to watch you graduate today. Everyone is now invited to join us for lunch on the Tremaine Terraces or in the dining room, and seniors, in just a moment, this bell will be available for ringing. Congratulations.